Hi guys, and welcome to another vlog. Today I was at the supermarket doing my weekly grocery shopping, and one of the things that I always have on my grocery list to buy is fresh cut flowers. So today's video blog is basically how to make a quick and simple floral arrangement using flowers that you can pick up at your local supermarket. So, and for the record, let's just get this really straight. To me, fake flowers is probably like men and fake boobs. If you were to give a guy a choice between a 36D real and a 36D fake, chances are he's going to go with the real. Yeah. So that's the way I feel about some Back to what we were talking about. So I have here that I picked up today at the supermarket some white hydrangeas, which hydrangeas are my absolute favorite flower. And we have a dozen roses. And these are an ivory with a pink. This is something that you can do and just have it at home for that extra decor. Or you can even use it for events. This actual arrangement that I'm going to do today, I have used at events such as baby showers, christenings, baptisms, etc., etc. And once I finish with the arrangement, I will explain to you guys how you can elaborate more on this arrangement. Yeah. All right. Whatever. So let's start. So I got my fresh flowers here. Okay, and basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the hydrangeas, just opening them up. And basically all you need is a base and some fresh water, clean water. I also recommend that you guys clean the base before you put the water in. Make sure that it's nice and clean, that there's no mildew or residue or dust or anything in there, because all of that can cause your flowers to die rather quickly. So a nice clean base. You can use anything. I'm right now using just a square glass vase. Fresh water. And then a gardening scissor is what I usually use, or a gardening cutter. You can also use a regular scissor or a sharp knife if you don't have that. Okay, so I've opened up my flower, or my pack of hydrangeas. And for starters, it is very important that you remove all the leaves off the stem. And the reason for that is because if you leave the leaves, when you put it in the water, the leaves will absorb most of the water. So you're not going to get as much water as you should on the actual flower if you have the leaves still on the stem. So it's very important that all the leaves, every single one, is removed from your flower. We're going to do that really quick. You see how full this hydrangea is? You don't need too many. So pretty much what I'm doing now is just opening up my hydrangea as much as I can. Any little dead flower or petal that you see there, just remove it, because, you know, it's like a domino effect. One bad petal ruins the bunch. Okay? And then another great tip, before I cut, I want to tell you, it's a great idea if the height of your arrangement matches the base, or at least half of it. So what I mean by that is, if this is your base, you want the arrangement to be, if not as tall as your base, then half. Okay? So I'm measuring here a little bit, and I'm most likely going to have to cut again. Alright, and I'm just going to stick it in there. No, perfect. Okay, so there you go. That's one. So now that I'm happy with the size of the stem, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it again, and I am going to put it into this solution for about 2 seconds. And this is really the only solution that I use for my flowers, and it's a quick dip. And what this does, it rehydrates the flower. So that will help it give it a longer life. So here's one. Okay. Now we're going to do the other one. So as you can see, that's it. We got our hydrangeas in there. There's only 3 of them, and it looks pretty good already. You know, some of them are gonna, you know, tilt over a little bit, but once we get the roses in there, it'll stay well put together. So now we're gonna open up our roses. Another thing I forgot to mention, when you're cutting flowers, you always want to cut them in an angle. That's another helpful tip. Move our solution over here. Now we got our flowers, and again, we're going to remove all the leaves. And before you go on, you just want to check your petals and see if there's any petal that's not good. Again, like I said, one bad petal ruins the rest of the bunch. So like here, there's one. We'll just, you know, rip it off right from the bottom. And this one. Now, usually when I do flower arrangements, I usually let them sit for at least 2 days before I actually do the arrangement. And the reason for that is because the flower will actually be already opened, especially a rose. It'll be more or less bloomed already, and it'll be a lot prettier. But like in this rose right here, it's pretty closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to open it just by blowing on it. Ready? And then if I want a little more openness, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my finger right about the middle of the petal and carefully just open it up. Just like that. Okay, I'm just going to... And again, cut, dip it in the solution for a few seconds. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place the roses wherever you see any gaps. Like right here, I see a gap right here. So I'll just place it right in there. And then you want the, I guess it would be the bud, is what you call it, to be well tucked in. So it's just peeking out a little bit. The rose is actually just peeking out. Get another one. And you see there's a gap right here, so we'll place this one right in there with what I get. So this is it. Alright, so there you go. You just went with this arrangement to the supermarket. You spent 20 bucks and you have a pretty nice, simple, quick floral arrangement. This is great. Now I'm going to quickly show you guys how you can dress up this same arrangement to make it a little bit more elaborate, or you can use it for a more bigger or grander event or occasion. So it's very quick and easy. Just add some votive candles. I gotta say, candles takes things to a completely different level. Another quick way is you just have some nice tall candle stands. You can just put there. Okay, so those are just some basic little things that you can do to the same simple floral arrangement and elaborate on it. Another great thing is you're probably saying, yeah, Erica, well, that's still not grand enough for me. Well, number one, excuse me. And number two, another great way of adding more wow with the same flowers and the same centerpiece is to add more of them. So have, you know, 4 or 5 different bases and different heights and widths, and do the same arrangements, and then add your candles and whatever else. So you can have 3 or 4 of these at one table in nice different heights, all nicely clunched together or separated. If you have a longer table, you can do them going long ways and maybe some candles in between, something like this, or a floating candle. Except this was a, I feel like there's a flower burning. This was a $20 centerpiece that we started, that I just started with a vase and the flowers, and then I added candles and the rhinestones and gave you for some ideas. So basically, don't forget to grab some flowers the next time you are at the supermarket, and try it and let us know how it goes. Until next time.